To get it, call 888-THE-CURE.
A police dash cam caught incredible video of a house exploding in North Carolina. Check out the right side of your screen here. Wow. Firefighters were already battling the fire when the smoke built up in the chimney. They say that the backdraft is what caused the explosion. Neighbors say that it shook their homes. One firefighter was inside at the time. Thankfully, he's okay. We've got another winner in the Morning Express Challenge game. Yesterday's random winner, meaning they weren't the high score, but we pulled their name, was J1222 Low. I don't know if that's anything to do with J-Lo. Anyway, they're going to get a Morning Express autograph picture. The chat room is now open for today's game. I'll tell you what, during the next commercial break, if I can, I'll log on and chat with you. So go to cnn.com/Robin and log on to the Morning Express Challenge. It's free. More than 2 million Americans came this much closer to losing their homes last year. Foreclosure filings jumped a record 81%. 81%. We asked Jennifer Westhoven, our money expert now, to break down the numbers. Where did you see the strongest trend?
Well, I know one of the places that you were really looking at, too, was, how many families actually lost their homes, because you can miss a few months of payments and end up in foreclosure filing, but ultimately, if you miss more than 3 payments, they may come and repossess if that keeps going on. 850,000 families lost their homes to foreclosure, so had to move out, find some other place to live that's cheaper, leaving behind possibly an empty home. Another tough trend is that in the past, while you could miss a payment or two and then, really work and come back, in California and Florida, in some cities, almost everyone who missed even one payment, just one, ended up in foreclosure. So what that really tells you is that many people are just throwing in the towel on their mortgages, and it makes banks really nervous about lending money with this many people who maybe could afford their mortgages, but just are choosing not to. Some experts say that without a comprehensive national policy, we could have 5 to 8 million new foreclosures in the next 3 years. So a lot of hope about whatever that new policy may be that the next president says he's going to be looking at. New this morning, it could be the biggest settlement in history over making false claims when it comes to a drug. The pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly will pay $1.4 billion to settle allegations that it may have been claiming that its antipsychotic best-selling drug Zyprexa could be used to treat other conditions that were not ever tested or approved by the federal government. In these very tough economic times, there's one place that's getting a lot more customers. It's your public library. What a good idea. They were written off a few years ago as goners, replaced by the internet, but the Wall Street Journal says libraries across the country are seeing a jump in attendance. People are coming in to use the computers to fill out their resumes, to scan ads for job listings. I bet you can connect to other people who are job hunting too, maybe get some tips. Robin.
All right, thank you. Unemployment claims have gone up so much in Kansas that it caused the state's automated phone system to crash. Labor officials say that they're getting up to 23,000 calls a week. That is double what they got last year.
The first few times, I hung up because I thought we were disconnected.
Due to a high volume of calls, you may experience a lengthy wait.
What happens in some cases is that the queue will clean itself out periodically, so people are disconnected.
Well, unemployment officials say that people calling for claims are usually on hold for about a half hour. It has a mini Obama family, Secret Service snipers even, and a former president catching a nap. You've got to see more of the inauguration Lego style.
If you have been exposed to asbestos and diagnosed with mesothelioma, you have rights. Mesothelioma is a rare form of lung cancer usually caused by exposure to asbestos. Approximately 3,000 new cases of mesothelioma are diagnosed in the U.S. each year. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, asbestosis, or lung cancer, call 888-950-MESO to discuss your rights. Call 888-950-MESO now.
We will start rebuilding the lives you have all lost.
When the world faced an unspeakable evil, one man led thousands to freedom.
Our revenge is to live.
Critics agree Defiance is one of the best films of the year. Daniel Craig gives the performance of his career.
This is the one place we can be free.
And the New York Times raves Defiance is a true and astonishing story. Defiance, rated R, everywhere January 16.
Wow!
For great savings, book today.
Issues with Jane Velez Mitchell tonight, 7 Eastern on HLN. Nancy Grace states her case every night on HLN.
Who would want a flip? To H-E-double-L with a flip.
Take a stand. Witness Nancy Grace every night, 8 and 10 Eastern on HLN.
Bundle up, baby. A bitter cold wave is blasting parts of the United States. Temperatures way below zero, and it's even too cold to ski in some places. A couple of resorts in Minnesota closed because temperatures fell to 38 below. The man accused of killing an Arkansas anchor woman will be in court in a couple of hours. 26-year-old Ann Presley died in October, 5 days after she was beaten. Curtis Vance is charged with her rape and murder. He's expected to enter a plea today. Apple's chief Steve Jobs says that he will take a medical leave until the end of June. There is no word about his condition, but he recently lost a lot of weight. He blamed it on a hormonal problem. Apple shares dropped 7% yesterday following that news. Those were some of the headlines. Hey, how are you doing today?